How are you all? Fine, right? Okay. Today, what we are going to do, you all know, right? Because in the last lecture, I have given you the explanation of lesson number 14. What is the name of the lesson number 14? Easier said than done. That is lesson number 14. Look at here on page number 78. The girls are doing some work and there is one boy. He is also doing a work. What girls are doing? See, in the first picture, that girl is what she is doing? Strumming. The boy is doing planting, that is watering the plant. What he is doing? Watering the plant. In the third, that girl is also cooking, helping her mother. And in the last picture, that girl is helping her mother to wash the plates. Right? So this type of work you can do at your home. You can help your home to your mummy. Understood, students? Okay, now today we are going to read the lesson. Now I have underlined some words. I will give you the meanings in between. In that time you also have to underline the words. Understood, students? What you have to do, you all know. You have to put your finger when I am reading. And you all have to read this lesson with me. Okay? I am going to start paragraph wise. Put your finger at the words. Once upon a time, there was a farmer named Hans. He lived in a village. With whom he is living? With his wife Martha. See here, there is a comma before her name. He lived in a village with his wife Martha. Hans was not happy with Martha's work. He always found fault with her. He did not like the way she kept the house. Again I am reading this paragraph. Put your fingers there. Put your finger there. Once upon a time, there was a farmer named Hans. He lived in a village with his wife Martha. Hans was not happy with Martha's work. He always found fault with her. He did not like the way she kept the house. Now, Martha was really tired of Hans' complaints. Now, Martha was really tired of Hans' complaints. So, she said, "Tomorrow I will go out to work in the fields and you take care of the house." What is the meaning of fields? See, a land where planted with crops. Land, okay, when we can plant the crops. That is called field. Again I am reading C. Now, see, I am taking a pause where the comma is there. I am see the way. Now, Martha was really tired of Hans' complaints. So, he said, "Tomorrow I will go out to work in the fields and you take care of the house." Hans was happy with this idea. The next day, he wanted to churn the butter first. What is the meaning of churn, students? Mix properly. In the grinder, have you ever seen your mother mix something in the mixture or grinder? Yes, that is called churn. Hans was happy with his idea. The next day, he wanted to churn the butter first. After churning it for some time, he felt thirsty. What is the meaning of thirsty? A person needs water. You want to drink the water, that is called thirsty. After churning it for some time, he felt thirsty. He went down to the cellar to get some apple juice. What is the meaning of cellar? Cellar means a room below ground level in a house. The room is under the ground level, at the below the ground level, right? That is called cellar, basement. Getting my point? He went down to the cellar to get some apple juice. Why he wants some apple juice? Because he was thirsty. As soon as he opened the barrel. What is the meaning of the barrel, students? The container which is in cylindrical shape, that is called barrel. As soon as he opened the barrel, he heard the grunting of a pig. It was inside the house and had knocked over the churn. Knocked over. What is the meaning of knocked over? Made it fall down. There was a pig. What he has done? He has done that churn fall down. Hans rushed up the stairs to chase. Rushed up. What? In hurry. Rushed up means hurry. Hans hurry up the stairs, that means he rushed up the stairs to chase. What is the meaning of chase? To go after that pig. Hans rushed up the stairs to chase the animal out of the house. In his hurry, he forgot to cork the barrel. What is cork? See here. If you drink the water from your bottle, right? And that cap, you can say that is also a thing which close the bottle, that is called cork. He forgot to cork the barrel. The barrel turned upside down and the juice split on the floor of the cellar. What happened? He forgot to close the barrel. The barrel turned upside down and the juice spilled on the floor of the cellar. Next, Hans put the stew on the fire to boil for lunch. Stew. What is the meaning of stew? Stew means a dish made by cooking vegetables. Next, Hans put the stew on the fire to boil for lunch. Suddenly he remembered that Movie. What's this movie? The new character? Movie the cow. Whose name is Movie? The cow's name is Movie. Suddenly he remembered that Movie, the cow, was hungry. He took it up to the rooftop. Students, what is rooftop? Rooftop, that means the outer surface of the roof, terrace, right? He took the cow up to the rooftop. There was grass growing among the tiles. There was some grass growing from the tiles. There is a gap, so from that gap, the grass growing. The cow could eat it. He tied one end of the rope around the cow's neck. He slipped the other end down the chimney and tied around his own leg. What he has done? He took one rope, long rope, right? He tied one side on cow's neck, right? And the other side, he put the other side from the chimney at the down, and the remaining part of the rope he tied on his leg. You all know what is chimney? Yes. Hans was now busy grinding the oatmeals. Grinding. What is the meaning of grinding, students? Breaking something into very small pieces. Grind. I told you, right? Before some time. Grind. In the grinder, you have to do something. If you want to do something in the small pieces, that you can call grind it. Second last paragraph I am going to read again. Next, Hans put the stew on the fire to boil the lunch. Suddenly, he remembered that Moby, the cow, was hungry. He took it up to the rooftop. There was grass growing among the tiles. The cow could eat it. He tied one end of the rope around the cow's neck. He slipped the other end down the chimney and tied it around his own leg. Hans was now busy grinding the oatmeal. But while he was working, the cow fell off the roof. But while he was working, the cow fell off the roof. The falling cow pushed hands up the chimney. Students, are you getting this? There are two ends of the rope. One is in cow's neck and one is in hen's leg from the chimney. Right? So, when the cow fell off the roof, what automatically has done? That hen's legs are in the air. He is in the air actually. His legs are in the chimney and his head is down towards the floor. Right, students? So it's a funny thing. You can imagine. Again I am reading. Hans was now busy grinding the oatmeal, but while he was working, the cow fell off the roof. The falling cow pushed Hans up the chimney. He got stuck there and the cow hung halfway down the wall. Both are hanging. Imagine, students, it's so, actually it's not funny, but if you are imagine, you can imagine that Hans is also hanging towards the floor in the chimney, in the chimney, and that cow is also hanging towards the halfway down the wall. Right, students? Page number 80. Next, Martha come back. Martha come back and saw the cow hanging there. When Martha came, what happened? The cow hanging there. She ran up and cut the rope. She ran up fast and cut the rope. When she did this, Hans came crashing down the chimney. What is crashing down, students? She also fell down from the chimney. And what is the meaning of stuck? Stuck, that means fixed in the one place. He fell with his head into the boiling stew. When he fell down into the boiling stew. Whatever the vegetables and whatever the food is there which was boiling. Right? In that Hans fell down. Again I am repeating. Martha came back and saw the cow hanging there. She ran up and cut the rope. When she did this, Hans came crashing down the chimney. He fell with his head into the boiling stew. When Martha came inside the room, he saw butter splattered around. What is the meaning of splattered? Splashed or scattered all around. That means liquid butter is splattered around. When Martha came inside the room, she saw butter splattered around. The juice flooded on the cellar floor, and her husband with his head into the stew. She helped him out and he promised never to find fault with her work again. Again, I am repeating this last paragraph. When Martha came inside the room, she saw butter splattered around. The juice flooded on the cellar floor, and her husband with his head into the stew. She helped him out, and he promised never to find fault with her work again. Now students, tell me, what is the moral of the story? Think. Yes, now you should never find out fault in anyone's work. When you started doing the same work, you cannot do. So, you should not find out the fault in the work. Right, students? So, promise me, from today, you will never fault in anyone's work. Are you all giving me the promise? Say yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay. If you want to do that work, you can do it, but never find out the fault. Did you enjoy this story? What you have to do, you have to put your finger when I am reading, and one time more you have to read without any help, without open that video. First time you have to open the video and read it. Right? If you cannot comfortable in your mobile, open your textbook and read with me. Your video is going on and also you have to read with me. But the second time, you should not open the video. You should read this. You should read this story by your own. Okay, students. So in the next lecture, we'll give you the classwork of lesson 14. Bye. Be safe.